Hi everybody. Long time no talk. I'm pretty sure the last time I posted was a month ago. I had so many plans to post so many videos and stuff just kind of went down a hill, as if it wasn't already. We did have the baby. This is Jackson. He is the sweetest little thing, I swear. I'm pretty sure he has his nights and days mixed up. We party all night and sleep all day. And I am just kind of trying to get through these first couple weeks. He is 3 weeks old today. He was born October 1st. I guess I'm going to tell you guys a little, kind of what happened. So here we go. So I'm not sure if I shared that I had a kidney stone. I had gone into the hospital and I was in and out for 4 days. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They just kept telling me I was having growing pains, but I was having really severe pains in my back of my stomach. I ended up having kidney stones. I still have them. I never passed them, but for some reason I don't feel the pain anymore. I also went into early labor and they had to give me an injection to stop that. So then everything was kind of okay for a while. I was still doing a crazy amount of stress tests, and then so I went to my doctor, and I was for a normal checkup, and I was having some spotting. So he sent me to the hospital to get it checked, and they sent me home, and he put me on bed rest because my doctor wasn't on call for the weekend. This was on a Friday, and the doctor that was on call was the doctor that kept sending me home whenever I was having all that pain and never checked anything. My doctor was the one that found the kidney stones, but she was on call that weekend. So he sent me home and put me on bed rest because he was planning on inducing me on Monday, and he didn't want me to go into labor over the weekend and have her. So I went home. He went off call at 5 o'clock. I laid down on my couch at 5 o'clock, and I felt a very distinctive pop, and I sat up and I felt some trickling. So at this point I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my water, but I wasn't sure, so I stood up and it just kept coming out. So I made it to the hospital by 6. My mother-in-law had been staying home and told me to call if I needed her. The one day I actually did need her, she was out riding around. My husband was working, so I called my mom because I couldn't get a hold of my mother-in-law who lives right next door to us. And my mom was coming to get me, and my mother-in-law showed up on my porch, and I assumed she got my voicemails on her machine, but I opened the door and she asked how I was feeling today, and I said, I actually just called you 6 times. My water broke. I need to go to the hospital. So she ran up to her house really quick to get changed. My mom got here. We picked her up, my mother-in-law, up on the way, and my mom was speeding. My mom needed a Xanax. I said, you need to calm down. She said, I don't know why you're so calm. But we got to the hospital. My husband got there. My best friend was in there with me too. So I did progress to a 4, and then I stopped progressing. But it is because once my water broke, his head moved down and blocked off the hole or whatever. So it sealed and made another bag almost. They tried to do my IV. They stuck me 11 times. Before they got it, they said I wasn't dehydrated, but that they kept blowing every time they would get it in. They said they kept hitting valves. My arms were completely bruised for a week and a half. This pregnancy, I was planning on getting an epidural because I didn't have one with the other 2, and I really just wanted a pain-free birth experience. But after they stuck me 11 times, I was like, I don't want the epidural. You are not touching me with any more needles. So they didn't do the epidural. They did give me Pitocin to make me start contracting more, to get me dilating more. And they did give me some IV pain medicine. So that made me very groggy. And then at I think it was 350 something, I just felt this big gush and my whole bed was soaked all the way down to my feet. And I was like, something's not right. He had moved enough that the rest of my water broke. So then I really started contracting, and I just felt like he was coming out. So my friend went and got the nurse. She came in. Mind you, at this point, I had not seen the doctor once at all. It was the same when I came in before. I hadn't seen her at all. She just kept giving orders over the phone. She was in the hospital, but she did not come see me at all. So they kept trying to call her and tell her that, you know, I was giving birth, like, now. When my water broke like that, again, I was at a 6. I went from a 6 to him being born in less than 20 minutes. Once I get to a 6 with my kids, they just come out. Like, they don't waste any time. So it's super painful. I only pushed twice, I think. I did pass out. I tore very badly. All of the scar tissue from my daughter, he just re-ripped. It was pretty traumatizing. So like I said, I passed out while I was giving birth. They shoved smelling salt up my nose, and I started coming to, but I was still about half out, so they shoved another one up my nose, and that did wake me up, bring me around, whatever. And she was coming at me with a third one, and I was like, I am awake. Please don't shove that up my nose. Like, I feel like I'm dying over here. Stop. But yeah, so then the doctor comes in after I gave birth, after the nurses called her 4 times. Everyone else, there was 2 other people giving birth at the same exact time as I was, and the nurses on the floor delivered all of them because the doctor did not show up for any of us. She was an awful doctor. But she came in, stitched me up, didn't say a word to me, except she said to the nurse, this is a very inconvenient spot. Okay, I'm sorry that I ripped in an inconvenient spot for you to stitch me up. If you would have been here, maybe it wouldn't have happened. The nurses had to deliver me, and that nurse was the biggest blessing ever. She is amazing, and she deserves the pay for that. Anyway, we got moved to our room. We stayed one night, and then we got released the next day because my husband's cousin is a pediatrician. She's my children's pediatrician. So because we had a family member that was a pediatrician, they let us leave very, very early. Even the nurse was like, I've never seen anyone get out of here that fast. But my husband was ready to come home. So we came home. We were breastfeeding. I don't know why, but for some reason, he just started not tolerating it, and it didn't matter what I ate, what I didn't eat. He would projectile vomit breast milk, so we switched to formula, and we haven't had any issues. He is very gassy on the formula, but the doctor was saying, like, it'll take about 8 weeks for his stomach and digestive system to be matured enough to really handle anything. So I did keep the breast milk that I pumped for, like, skin rashes and stuff because I was overproducing and I kept getting mastitis over and over and over again. I apologize that I keep looking, like, up and stuff. I just do that when I'm trying to think and, like, remember stuff. Anyway, we came home. He does not like the bassinet. He hates the bassinet. We've been sitting up in a recliner sleeping. And it's probably a bad habit, but you know what? He's probably my last kid. I would love to have another. Right now, my husband doesn't want another one. Like, he is obsessed with him. He loves him so much. He is a complete, like, doting dad. He's the best dad. But, like, the prices of everything right now and just everything's crazy. And he is just not sure he wants to have another child. So I'm going to spoil the heck out of him. I don't care. What else? I think that's it, really. I don't know. If I think of anything, I'll let you know, but he's a pretty good mix of us both. He only looked like him for the longest time, and now he's kind of starting to look like me, but he does have his blue eyes. I have green eyes, and his hair just keeps getting lighter. So that is pretty much it. I just wanted to get on here and update everyone that he's here. I'm sorry that I really slacked there for a while. I was going through a lot. I was extremely miserable the last month. And a ton of pain. I was in and out of the hospital. It was just a mess, and I was just really trying to focus on him. And I also have 2 other little kids that I need to focus on, and we switched them to a new school. So I was just really, there's a lot going on, a lot. But hopefully I'll be making some more videos like this. I do want to do monthly updates on him. So, hey buddy. He's sleepy. He was partying all night, so we're going to sleep all day. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. you.